Hello. In this video, we're going to have a quick look at MyPortal, the Northgate module that was previously known as the General Inquiry module in earlier versions of Northgate. It is different though, and there are some advantages as we shall see. MyPortal is a module available to all Northgate users and lets us see information linked to a property such as tenancy or repairs information. As well as being able to see basic high-level information, MyPortal lets you easily navigate to more detailed information held in other modules. Let's see how this works. Once logged in, I'm going to click on MyPortal on the purple bar, and we know we're already here because it's orange on the purple bar here. I'm going to search for a property, and I'm assuming for the moment that I have the property reference. So let's just enter that here in the property field. And then I have a choice. When I want to actually search, I can either click on the search button on the right-hand side here, or I can press the enter button on the keyboard. What I can't do though is click on the magnifying glass. What the magnifying glass does is brings us to an advanced search form. So it doesn't actually do anything in terms of the actual searching. So we need to avoid clicking on that unless you want to go to the advanced search. So I'm just going to avoid that, and I'm just going to press the enter button on the keyboard. Okay, now in the results that I get, I can see there's some data here, and if I hover my mouse arrow over any of the data that's here, it's a link, and it's a link that will take me to all the links will take me to exactly the same place. They're going to take me to the property profile when I click on it. From the property profile, I can see the region navigation bar. This contains quick links to all the relevant regions. So these links correspond, if I scroll down, to the regions below. But you don't need to scroll down, you can simply click on them up here and it'll bring you to the relevant region. One thing that is new here is that it will show you whether any of these regions have data in them. So whether obviously there's a Y or an N to just tell you whether there is actually information in them or not. Now, let's say I want to see who the housing officer is for this particular property. I can simply click on the key admin units quick link, and that will bring me to the key admin unit region. And then from here, I can see who the housing officer is. So that's a basic search. If I want to go back up to the top, I could choose to hide things if I wanted to, but I don't really need to. I can simply click on the word top above any of these regions, and that will bring me back up to the top of the page where I can see the quick links again. Alternatively, I could do an advanced search. So let me just come back to the beginning here. The advanced search behaves very much like the View 5 search forms. There are more options though, and there's some more flexible searching options. So for instance, if you just wanted to search for residential properties and exclude garages, you can do that from here. Okay, so let's imagine that we've received a phone call from someone where we don't necessarily have the property reference right to hand, and we're just going to do an advanced search, see if we can find some information based on the person's address. Okay, so I've just cleared the previous search. To get to the advanced search, I'm just going to click on the magnifying glass. Now notice there are two magnifying glasses, one for the property and one for the tenancy. They will open up different search forms. Okay, but it's exactly the same principle. I'm just going to click on the advanced search for the property here. They behave in exactly the same way as the forms used to for the advanced searches on View 5, so you still need to use wildcards in exactly the same way. Okay, so I'm going to search for a particular property just by putting the information in here. I'm going to search for 45 Bacton here. Okay. And if I want to search from the advanced search here, I need to either click on the search button at the top or the bottom, but I can't press the enter button on the keyboard. Doesn't matter which of the search buttons I use though. If I want to narrow this down still further, I mentioned how you could refine it. I only want to find properties and make sure I'm not including the garages. So on the property details, On the advanced search, under residential, for instance, I could just choose to say yes, and that means the garages or the sheds, if there are any, are not going to come up. I can still click on the search at the top or the bottom, and when I do that, it's going to bring me any properties which match that criteria. Okay, now the one I'm looking for is this one here, and if I click on select, it will open up that property. Okay, so on the, let's say I said I wanted to find some information about repairs. So if I click on the repairs quick link here, that will open up the repairs region, and that will contain a complete repairs history of inspections, service requests and works orders raised against this property. Let's say we want to look at this particular works order. I also have some extra actions here available to me. So if I click on that, please select from the drop down. It gives me some extra actions. So for instance, if I wanted to see the work order details or create an appointment, I do have the options here. Again, what I see here will depend upon my existing Northgate permissions though. Similarly, if I want to look at the tenancy details, I can simply click on the tenancy details quick link. Looking at the property profile here, something to be aware of is that these are configurable and they're currently being developed in Camden. So although blank at the moment, in the near future, they're likely to contain things like the number of bedrooms, the rent officer, the housing officer, along with information about vulnerability, risk indicators, and the date of the most recent gas test. In summary, MyPortal gives us the opportunity to pull information from several modules onto one screen. It's great at getting a quick overview, but then you can also navigate to other modules directly from there to find the information that you need. If you have questions about MyPortal or other aspects of Northgate, or are simply looking for further resources, the Northgate Housing User Group on Yammer is probably the best place to start. Thank you for watching.